Hello friends, welcome to this fifth video in a series of videos in which we are discussing multiple choice questions of Indian polity. So in this video we are going to discuss 10 multiple choice questions from the amendments to the Constitution of India. So after every question, pause the video and try to attempt it yourself so that at the end of the video you can evaluate yourself and also try to comment your scores in the comment section. So let us start. First question, which of the following amendments did not add any new language to the list of official languages under the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India? So the 8th schedule of the Constitution has 22 official languages, but originally there were only 14 languages. So 8 languages were added later on. I had also asked a somewhat similar question in the previous video, so this is also a test of your recall. So the options are A. 44th Amendment, B. 21st Amendment, C. 92nd Amendment, or D. 71st Amendment. The correct option is A. 44th Amendment. So originally there were 14 languages in the 8th schedule. Later on 8 new languages were added. One language was added by the 21st Amendment, that is the Sindhi language. 4 languages were added by the 92nd Amendment, that is Bodo, Dogri, Mathili and Santhali. And 3 languages were added by the 71st Amendment, that is Manipuri, Nepali and Konkani. So these 8 languages took the total number of count to 22. So there are 22 languages and 44th Amendment did not add any new language. So these 3 amendments added 8 languages to the list of official languages. Second question, the 99th Constitutional Amendment deals with, so this is a very straightforward question. You may find most of the questions today are factual in nature and not very analytical. The reason for that is that amendments is a factual part of the Constitution. And we are taking up this issue because in various state services exams and sometimes in UPSC also, such straightforward factual questions are there. So you need to be well versed, if not with all the amendments, at least with the most important ones. So out of the total 104 amendments that have been done by the Government of India till now, around 40 to 45 amendments are very important, which should be on your tips. So the 99th Constitutional Amendment deals with A. Goods and Services Tax, B. Change in the status of Jammu and Kashmir, C. Indo-Bangladesh Land Boundary Agreement, or D. National Judicial Appointments Commission. The correct option is D. National Judicial Appointments Commission. So the Goods and Services Tax is the 101st Amendment. The Indo-Bangladesh Land Boundary Agreement was the 100th Amendment. And there was no amendment for change in status of Jammu and Kashmir. It did not require any constitutional amendment. Can you tell me the reason for that in the comment section, that why the change in status of Jammu and Kashmir or the watering down of Article 370 did not require any constitutional amendment? Why is that? If you know the answer, kindly mention in the comment section. Third question, which of the following constitutional amendments granted statehood to Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Goa respectively? So you have to tell that in the same order. So this is a test of your memory. The options are A. 52nd, 53rd and 54th Amendments, B. 53rd, 54th and 55th Amendments, C. 52nd, 54th and 55th Amendments, or D. 53rd, 55th and 56th Amendments. The correct answer is D. 53rd, 55th and 56th Amendments. So this is a plain factual question, but the way you can try to solve these type of questions is if your knowledge base is wider. For example, there is an important amendment in all these amendments, which is the 52nd Amendment. So this amendment actually added Schedule 10 to the Constitution of India, which we discussed in a previous video. So by that amendment, the anti-defection provisions were added. Now if you know only this amendment, you can eliminate these two options. So you can choose from these two, which greatly reduces the chances of error. So by elimination method also you can attempt this question. Fourth question, the National Commission for Backward Classes was established under which constitutional amendment? Options: A. 101st Amendment, B. 102nd Amendment, C. 103rd Amendment, or D. 104th Amendment. The correct option is B. 102nd Amendment. 101st Amendment was for the goods and services tax. 103rd Amendment was providing 10% reservation to the economically weaker sections under the unreserved. And 104th Amendment was extending the reservation for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in the parliament and state legislatures. So all these amendments are very important since they are the latest amendments. So these amendments have been done in the last 3 years. That's why they are extremely important. Fifth question is, which constitutional amendment is known as the mini constitution of India? So there was an amendment which changed around 59 clauses in the Constitution of India. So it was a very lengthy amendment, that is why it is known as the mini constitution. The options are A. First Amendment, B. 25th Amendment, C. 73rd Amendment, or D. 42nd Amendment. The correct option is D. 42nd Amendment. So this amendment is known as the mini constitution, and it is in some ways one of the most important amendments to the constitution. It was in the year 1976, and during the passage of this particular amendment, internal emergency was in operation in the country. So at that time, then Prime Minister Ms. Indira Gandhi tried to change various provisions of the constitution in one go. So this amendment is also notoriously known as the Dictator's Amendment. So most of the effects of this amendment were reversed by the 43rd and 44th Amendments. Sixth question is, which constitutional amendment abolished the distinction among Part A, Part B, Part C and Part D states of India? The options are A. 13th Amendment, B. 7th Amendment, C. 33rd Amendment, or D. 22nd Amendment. So the correct option is B. 7th Amendment. So this is actually a different way of framing this question. The question simply was, which amendment implemented the States Reorganization Act? So the States Reorganization Act was passed in the year 1956, and under this particular act, 14 states and 6 union territories were created. All these were effected via 7th Constitutional Amendment Act. The seventh question is, the 61st Constitutional Amendment that lowered the voting age from 21 to 18 years was passed in which year? So here they are asking about the year of the amendment. Such type of questions have been asked in various state civil services examinations. The options are A. 1979, B. 1997, C. 1988, or D. 2003. So the correct option here is C. 1988. So even if you do not know the exact year of that amendment, you need to have an anchoring, or you need to have a base. You should know at least 3 to 4 amendments and their years so that you can make a guess. Since all the amendments are in chronological order only, you should know the order of those amendments. So for example, the 42nd Amendment was passed in the year 1976. The 44th Amendment was passed in the year 1978. Similarly, the 86th Amendment was passed in the year 2002. So that can give you an idea. So for example, since the 86th Amendment was passed in 2002, so the 61st Amendment can never be in 2003. So that nullifies this option. So you should have at least 8 to 10 amendments and their years in mind so that you can have a chronological observation, analysis, and so that you can proceed by elimination method. Eighth question is, name the only constitutional amendment to be unanimously adopted by the Parliament which is in controversy every now and then. The options are A. 24th Amendment, B. 73rd Amendment, C. 94th Amendment, or D. 52nd Amendment. The correct option here is D. 52nd Amendment. So 52nd Amendment deals with the anti-defection law. So when this amendment was passed, it was unanimously adopted by the parliament, since it acts against those legislators and parliamentarians who defect with their own political party. So all the parties cutting across political lines supported this particular amendment. However, every now and then it is in controversy, since various MLAs, MLCs or MPs, they switch over their parties after winning the elections. That is why it is in news. From most prominently in the recent cases of Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, it was in news. Ninth question, why is the 26th constitutional amendment known as socialist or progressive amendment? So 26th amendment, you should know what is there in 26th amendment, only then you can answer this question. The options are A. It nationalized banks, B. It nationalized coal mines, C. It abolished privy purses, or D. It reduced salaries of ministers. So the correct option is C. It abolished the privy purses. So privy purses were the purses or pensions that were given to the members of princely states which chose to join India. However, in the year 1971, by 26th Amendment, this particular provision was abolished. That is why it is known as a socialist or progressive amendment. 10th and last question is, Part 9B was added to the Constitution through which amendment? Options are A. 97th, B. 42nd, C. 73rd, or D. 74th. The correct answer is A. 97th Amendment. So Part 9B deals with the cooperatives, and cooperatives were added by 97th Amendment to Part 9B of the Constitution. 42nd Amendment added Part 4A and Part 14A to the Constitution. 73rd Amendment added Part 9 to the Constitution, and 74th Amendment added Part 9A to the Constitution. So all these amendments actually added something, but Part 9B was added by 97th Amendment. So you can evaluate yourself. If your score is in this category, you are doing well. If your score is in this category, you need to work hard. And if your score is in this category, you need to work really hard. So also comment your scores in the comment section so that you can compare it with others. Thank you.